Part 1. The Weight of Expectations. Ever since you could remember, you've been told who you should be. From an early age, it's been drilled into your head, your parents, teachers, friends, society, all pushing their version of who you are supposed to become. The pressures begin subtly: a glance at the other kids in school, a passing comment about your choices, or the constant reminder of what others have achieved. It starts to wear on you, a gnawing feeling that maybe you're not living for yourself, but for everyone else. The desire to belong, to fit in, becomes more powerful than the desire to be yourself. You find yourself in a crowd, going through the motions, but not truly living. In the pursuit of external validation, you lose track of your inner desires, your voice, and your path. But there's a voice inside you, faint at first, whispering that maybe, just maybe, you don't need to follow the crowd. Maybe you were meant to walk alone, to carve your own way, to discover a life that's entirely yours. It's a terrifying thought, after all. Who would want to be alone in a world that tells you that you need to be with others to succeed? Yet, it's in that whisper where your journey begins. At first, it seems too risky. The fear of failure, of being alone, keeps you tethered to the familiar. You wonder, what if I make the wrong choice? What if I lose everything? But deep down, there's a longing for something different. A desire to break free from the expectations and chart a path that truly resonates with who you are. And so you hesitate, unsure of where this journey might take you. But something inside tells you that it's the only way forward. In our Part 2, the journey begins. One day you decide to step away from it all. You choose to take a walk, not in a literal sense, but metaphorically. You step away from the noise, the distractions, and the expectations that have shaped your life. At first, it's uncomfortable. The path is unfamiliar, and the fear of uncertainty creeps in. You wonder if you're making a mistake, if the loneliness will be too much to bear. But as the days pass, something shifts. The world feels quieter, more manageable. It's as if the weight that's been on your shoulders for so long begins to lift. You begin to reconnect with your own thoughts, your own desires. It's strange at first, this sense of freedom, but it's liberating. The more you walk this path alone, the clearer you see the vision of who you could become, without anyone else's influence. You start to embrace the quiet moments, those alone times when you reflect on your goals, your dreams, and your passions. You realize that walking alone doesn't mean being isolated or abandoned. It means that you are finally listening to yourself. No distractions, no outside noise, just you, your thoughts, and your purpose. And with each step, the fear starts to fade. You're becoming stronger, more resilient. Walking alone doesn't make you weak. It makes you unstoppable. There is power in solitude that you never noticed before. It's like a hidden force that propels you forward. You no longer need to seek approval or follow the crowd. You are defining your own path, and with each new decision, you feel more confident, more capable. But just when you begin to believe that walking alone is the answer, something unexpected happens. The doubts creep back in. Part 3. The Struggle Within. The doubts never fully disappear. Despite the clarity and strength you're starting to feel, they still linger in the background, quiet whispers that challenge your resolve. The journey is no longer as simple as walking forward. You face moments of intense internal conflict. When your mind tries to drag you back to where you were before, you'll find yourself standing on the edge, questioning everything. Am I doing the right thing? What if I fail? These are the moments that test your true character. The fear of failure becomes louder, and you begin to wonder if walking alone was a mistake. What if you're not strong enough to keep going? What if you end up worse off than before? These moments can be overwhelming. You think about how much easier it would be to go back to the familiar, to return to the comfort of those who tell you what to do. But then you remember something crucial: the growth you've already experienced. You recall the strength you've discovered within yourself, the peace you've found in solitude. You know deep down that you cannot go back. You have already stepped into something much greater than comfort. You've stepped into your own life. You face these struggles, not with fear, but with determination. You remember the times when others tried to hold you back, when they told you that you couldn't achieve your dreams. Now it feels like you're finally free to chase them. And you're not going to let anyone, not even your own doubts, stop you. The challenges don't seem so daunting anymore. They feel like stepping stones, each one pushing you closer to the person you're becoming. The fear and uncertainty are part of the process. It's proof that you're growing, evolving, and getting stronger. Part 4. the unseen strength. As time goes on, you start to notice something remarkable. You are no longer afraid of being alone. In fact, you begin to crave it. The solitude no longer feels like a burden. It feels like a source of strength. The more you walk this path, the more you realize that the power was never in the crowd or in the opinions of others. The power has always been within you. This realization dawns on you in a quiet moment, perhaps while sitting in silence or during a late-night walk through a deserted street. You realize that in walking alone, you have discovered a part of yourself that you never knew existed, a part of you that is unstoppable, unshakable, and filled with clarity. You start making decisions without seeking approval, without second-guessing yourself. You find the courage to pursue your passions, to take risks that once terrified you. The fear of failure no longer holds you back. You've become your own source of strength, your own source of motivation. The people around you notice the change too. They can see the newfound confidence in your eyes. It's as if you've discovered a secret to life that they haven't yet unlocked. You are no longer swayed by the opinions of others. You make choices based on your own values and goals, and that gives you a sense of inner peace that you've never had before. As you continue to walk alone, the world begins to shift. You attract people who are also walking their own paths, people who understand the importance of self-reliance and the power of individuality. You no longer feel the need to conform to society's expectations because you know that your own way is the only path that matters. Your journey may be solitary, but it's not lonely. You have found a deeper connection with yourself, and that connection is all you need to feel truly fulfilled. Part 5. The power of walking alone. By walking alone, you have found the most important thing, yourself. You've discovered that the strength you've been searching for was never in the crowd, never in the noise. It was always inside of you, waiting to be unlocked. And here lies the true power of walking. Alone, you realize that it's not about isolating yourself from others, but about learning to trust and rely on yourself. You've learned that solitude is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It is in those quiet moments, those times of solitude, that you find your greatest strength. You've come to understand that walking alone doesn't mean walking away from others. It means walking toward your true self. The path you've forged, though solitary at times, is the one that leads to personal growth, to self-discovery, and to success on your own terms. As you walk forward, you are no longer the person who seeks validation from others. You are the person who walks with unwavering confidence, knowing that your path is your own to make. And in that confidence, you become unstoppable. So, if you find yourself at a crossroads, unsure of which way to go, remember this. Sometimes, the best way forward is the one you walk alone. The journey may be difficult, but it will lead you to a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and truly unstoppable. The path is yours to create, and the only one who can walk it is you.